What's up, gentlemen? It is Marching Monday orders, and we're setting the intentions for the week. As always, you guys already know the standard operation is basically you better be getting your steps in, drinking water, getting enough sleep, being a grown adult, taking care of yourself so you can take care of others, taking care of your business and being about your business. Basically, taking care of what you need to take care of, guys. So, today's topic is going to be progress over perfection. Improvement is the name of the game, guys. We all start from somewhere. It says, do not despise humble beginnings. I believe somewhere in Zechariah. And you guys got to realize everything that you see in this world was built brick by brick. There was nothing that was just boom, everything smoothly running. You need to understand that there's gonna be hiccups, there's gonna be confusion, there's gonna be little descents, there's gonna be barriers, hurdles, new mountains that you never even knew existed are gonna pop out. But what you need to realize is you have overcome. That's all you need to know. Every challenge that comes into your life, you just have to have that expectation, or not even an expectation, but an understanding that, hey, I already beat it. This is just another problem that I'm going to resolve, that I'm going to solve. Because, right, in Christ, you have overcome the world. And the sense of this world is everything that this world can throw you to make you feel inadequate, make you feel unloved, you have overcome in Christ. So, what does it mean? Through forgiveness, mercy, and specifically in this case, grace, you have overcome all your problems. You will overcome them. You will beat it. And holding that faith, right? Because holding that belief is the building block of the world hoped for. So the universe, the reality that's hoped for, is sustained and built by your faith, that knowing that you have overcome. But that takes consistency. You need to be consistent. You have to be loyal to progress, not loyal to perfection. So what does that mean? Is you live a life of troubleshooting. It didn't work this time, learn and retry. Didn't work that time, learn and retry. And you keep doing it, and before you know it, you're good at it. And you keep doing it, and you're great at it. And now it's a normal thing that you do in your life. Troubleshooting is the best way to understand how to continue to move forward. Progressive overload is a great one. Once you learn how to do one movement, right, you do a new movement. It's combinations. In boxing, you learn one type of punch, and then you realize, wait, I can stack this punch with this punch. And the same thing with life, guys. You figure out, oh, I can do this in the morning, and then right after I'm done with this task, I can do this task because they're connected, and it's easier for me to flow from this task to this task. And now you're building a system. You're building a routine that allows you to be efficient and effective. And you do this in every area of your life. This is taking dominion. When I say subdue and take dominion, subdue means basically create something from the raw elements, which is your talents, your consciousness, right? Everyone has a different talent. Everyone leans into different forms of arts that they're naturally better at and or actually talented. The other one is resources. Each one of us was born in a different environment, different location, different parents, no parents, siblings, no siblings, certain neighborhoods. But there you have a certain type of resources. Make use of it. Be faithful with the little. When you focus on the little that you have, you're focusing on what you do have, and you'll realize what you do have is more than enough for you to start your journey to whatever it is. I remember when I was one of the biggest ones, me and anyone, not the big, it wasn't too much of a big one for me, but realizing other people who want to make videos and content creation, right? There's this ego trap of perfectionism. Oh, I need the perfect camera before I can start recording, right? Guess what, guys? I bought a nice damn camera, I'm still planning to use it for different types of videos. But I had in mind, oh, if I can get that camera and get everything set up, guys, I'll make so much more videos, guys. I've got the camera, but it was more of a sign for me to say I'm investing in myself, because it was a pricey camera, like 550 retail with all of it. But that was a more of a purchase, saying, hey, I'm investing in myself. I'm putting my money into myself and in my desires and my future goals and what I want to do, right? And I bought in. But guess what happened, guys? Even after I got the camera and I made maybe 2 videos on it so far, I'm using my iPhone. Because why? I realized the iPhone got enough quality, and more than good enough quality, and it's a lot more easier to upload from the phone. It's a lot easier to get in my car, put it on, and actually make a video. So what did I realize? Me popping out videos, repetition, right? So not to get all caught up in setting up my camera and angles and figuring out how this fancy camera works, I realized me punching this little button and making this video on its regular audio is more than good enough, and the goal is to get my reps. That's all it was. And now I got comfortable creating talking to the camera here, and now I'm able to make videos. I wake up, boom 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 boom, less restriction, less friction, and it's easier for me to make videos. But I could have sat around, well, I need a nice camera before I make videos. Imagine if I didn't have the money. That means I would not have going through the reps. And it's a lot of other people do a lot of things like that in their life. They want to do a fitness journey. They want us to start taking their health. But they like, I need more money, or I need some tumbleware, or no, it just starts with the first grape. It starts with the first piece of strawberry. It starts off by you going in the pantry and throwing out all the food that was made by wicked scientists. Throw out all the junk food. That's your first step. Boom, you're already you're ahead of 50% of people who want to start a health journey. You're going in and showing real investment in yourself. You're cleaning up your environment from all the junk. You got to figure out what form of perfection is your ego using to keep you from doing what you got to do. What form of perfectionism, right, is the carnal mind, the lower self, using to ensnare your awareness from entering into your higher self, your spiritual self, that is here to express your divine light and fill this earth with your divine presence, which is your talents. It's something on your mind. You wake up with it, you go to sleep with it, and and this is how you know it's one of your destinies, right? You know that if I don't express it, if I don't live it, my life in the future is going to be a life of regret. That's how you know what you're supposed to be doing. If you can sit down and say, damn, if I don't get this done, I'm going to be a bitter, sour person. A lot of people who are bitter, sour, that are over the ages of 30, I would already say, is because, want to know what happened? They were not bold and courageous enough to bet on themselves. That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. They allowed perfectionism. They allowed doubt. They allowed fear to control their life, and now they live a life of self-dislike. I don't want to say hate, right? They don't enjoy themselves. It's because they cowered out. Don't be a coward. Be courageous. Be bold. God commanded you to be bold, strong, and courageous because He is with you. That desire that's coming over and over, doesn't God say, I will reveal your desire, I'll give you the desires of your heart? He doesn't mean I'll do it for you. He's like, no, He's going to reveal what you really want to do, and then it's up to you to say, wow, I actually do want to do that, and plan for it. If you're not going to plan for it, it's not going to happen. So the key of a good steward is realizing, hey, I'm gonna have to practice this over and over and really get good at it, right? Understand that confidence is built through repetition, guys. Everyone starts like how do you want to start a task and you want to be great at it, or a project and or a new thing and you want to be an expert in it? The logical thing is, well, you're gonna have to study, you're gonna have to do it over and over until you get really good at it. So in the beginning, right, you don't need confidence, you need courage. Courage is the missing formula for people living life according to them. And I personally believe is because a lot of people are afraid the world sucks. That's my personal opinion. I believe that if everyone had the boldness to do what they wanted to do and not allow fear to guide them, the heaven will exist on earth. Imagine a reality where everything you desired to want to do, you were able to do it out of a pure heart, of course, not from the ego. If everybody was able to live without caring how other people might think about them, or being in a constant state of people pleasing, I personally believe the world would be a very beautiful place. I think we got also the last parking spot. See how God works? I got my own valet. My last parking spot. A little bit tight, but make it work. What's that noise? Anyways, guys, consistency. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be a small piece, small step, small little brick that has to be laid. And commitment, consistency and commitment, right? Isn't that what you want in your relationship? Yeah, I mean, you're not asking for perfection, right? From your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, or, you know, any form of what you're really asking for is, are you being authentic? Are you applying yourself? And just consistency. I don't need perfection. I need consistency and faithfulness, loyalty to your dream, loyalty to yourself, guys. For you to betray your dream is to betray yourself. To betray yourself is to betray God. You're one with God. To betray God is to sin against the whole world. For you to abandon your dream is to some regard to abandon the world. Right? God says, shine your light that people may praise Father in the heaven. Why? It's because there's a gift in you that you are supposed to cultivate and bring out, express, and it's going to bless the world. And by that, God is glorified. Why? Because courage, the movement of courage, is the movement of God through you. Love being expressed through your temple is love manifesting in your creation. And there's some form of love that you have a skill, you have a particular way of expressing that blesses people. And that's how you, in your personal world, take dominion and authority over life and live a life of peace and joy. That's seeking the kingdom and finding it first and expressing it. And when you find out who you are, which is you are loved, and then figuring out that my duty is to express love, it's going to be your natural flow to express love. And through the expression of your love is glorified. And that takes boldness, it takes courage, it takes the willingness to know that, hey, I might not know everything, but I'm going to be faithful with what I do have. I'm going to take action, and through taking action, you really realize everything you need will slowly come into your life. You'll get better at it, and not to fear mistakes. That's the key. Staying faithful to the cause, faithful to the mission, and just being courageous. Be strong and courageous because God is with you. So who can be against you? Have more faith in the power of your passions and your desires and God and love than fear, lack, and doubt. Have more trust in your desires of love than your trust in doubt, fear. Put more faith in love than in fear. Other than that, guys, I'm in the parking lot. Need to get to work. Live life with intention. Take action, take action, take action. Don't care about perfection. Think about continuous improvement. And pray to God. Ask for the daily bread, because that daily bread comes out fresh every single day. You just got to ask for it. And the right thoughts, the right emotions will come and will guide you. So other than that, guys, I'll see you guys later. Take care and God bless.